Hello, beautiful, sacred star family. Wishing you an amazing and blessed Monday. Today is the day after Mother's Day, and what an incredible window after 555 Gateway we entered, which was dedicated to the Divine Mother. I know many of you, including myself, have been experiencing so much of the grief and purging that these past few days welcomed us to experience, to continue to purify these sacred garments and the vessels that, as our star nation has called us in our galactic remembrance, the galactic call, to embody more and more of that true presence, the true presence of our source code, the source of all light, into these holy garments, and being able to carry the information through its network of light in a very streaming line flow, which is welcoming these debris that are surfacing to first get out of the way, so that way our crystalline bodies are total conduit of that presence that just wants to vibrate out of us through our galactic call. And it's been beautiful to be oh my goodness, 1 second, I just knocked out my flowers. The flowers, maybe they need to be here. Okay, stay here. The presence, already feeling it. So I wanted to come on and really have a beautiful conversation with my fellow star sisters and brothers, because it's been a conversation with many we're having these days where we're experiencing the split of Earth, the Gaia and also the old Earth, and many of these energies of motions that are surfacing within our fields are part of the old template of old Earth that is being left behind. We've known this for so long. That's why we have volunteered to come on Earth to assist with this process. And within this process that we have agreed to take up on, to carry this streaming, flowing light through the light and information through our network of light within ourselves that is connected to all of that one consciousness. These debris have had to surface that are part of the old template of the old Earth, and all these other incarnations that have finally come to this place in this current incarnation, so that we can, there's this sort of like a awareness of being freed from that template. But really, that's not what it is. It's more of a realignment with the true source essence, our galactic self, our angelic self, our spirit, our soul, and these different 5 bodies coming into its full alignment. So the great mighty I am presence can radiate. And we can see the split because the consciousness of many who are vibrating with the old template of old Earth is completely sort of like being pulled in its magnetic field that way. And the consciousness of those of us who have chosen and volunteered, frankly, to take part in the, we can't even call it New Earth because it's called Gaia, and our galactic representatives and our galactic selves recognize it as Tara. So here we are aligning with the crystalline matrix of Tara, so that we can be in the same resonance and vibration in its protection, in its beauty, in its reverence, in its love that is harmonized with the planet, with the trees, with the flower, with the water, with the animals, and other human beings that are operating in the same frequency. So what is exposed also within 2020 through this crown chakra opening, through this divine also intervention, which is part of the divine plan, what was brought in our crown through Corona, it gave us the opportunity through this 2020 to have this 2020 vision, to really see crystalline clear this matrix split. And from this matrix split to then 2021, have the authority to exercise our divine sovereignty. And where we stand in this, whether our magnetic field is resonating with the old template of old earth, or it is resonating with Tara, with Gaia, which is her ascension name that has arisen, so that we can walk and vibrate together with her. And within this place, it's free from dis-ease, it's free from what wants to cover up, mask it, it's free from what wants to jab it, it's free from that consciousness, because it's vibrating in its true alignment essence of source as the dominant presence of the mighty I am through the galactic self and our galactic incarnation of many lifetimes, through all those keys and codes that we chose to bring back with us into this human incarnation, and to allow it to become accessible and available. That's why it's so easy for us to see the artificial matrix, and we can see how it is collapsing despite how much effort is coming this way. We can see it all falling apart, and it's beautiful to watch. Yet desperate measures of the old template of the old earth still trying to hold on, because this is ascending, it's moving up, it's moving in its alignment into its own natural resonance and presence. You have to understand that for a long time we were in separation from source because of the density of consciousness, and we are in this form, but we're still pure consciousness. It's just more composed together in an energetic field. So we're experiencing the physical dimension, and the physical dimension has many dimensions with it, and then within it we have the different bodies. So all of them are resonating to come into this alignment of soul connected to spirit, this spirit realm, the angelic, the masters, the galactic, connected to the source and the rays of light. So it is one consciousness. And those of you who are watching this will recognize that. And those who are in the old earth cannot even recognize it, because they're in a different frequency of consciousness. They can't even receive this. It's not even comprehensible. And that's okay as well. So we're asked to continue. We're asked to continue to purge, continue to purify, continue to raise more of the light quotient of the light streams within us, so that more of that streaming can come in. Just like how your phones are streaming, we are the conduit of the ultimate technology of the streaming light that is here literally through our 21 chakra, just to beam this radiance of light, the spectrum of light. And there's such a blessing in this, because within the magnetic field, this magnetic field of the old earth is really pulling the individuals there, just like how we're seeing the split in all the families, the ones that want to be jabbed, the ones that are like, no thanks. I really value and appreciate this God immunity and this present that I am in, fully honored, fully capable. I will not be, there's so many words that I can't put here because it might not be able to be broadcasted. So we're not basically hypnotized. We are fully awoke, and we can see not from our physical eyes, we can see through the lens of our heart. And it's crystal clear because the heart has become a diamond crystalline field that can see piercing through all of these barriers. So it's a beautiful place. And some of our biological family members and some of our friends are not part of this new earth, Gaia, Tara. And that's part of many of us accepting this split. And the split is not about saving everybody. That savior mentality is also part of the old template that ties into the religious consciousness that actually is playing part with what is being jabbed to save humanity. Let me be immortal, let me give myself to be injected by certain thing. It's all of that old template of earth that's being very, very pushed right now to give people like a reason, not just any people, the individuals who are part of the old earth, to help them feel they're taking part of something globally, yet they're unaware that their direct will and concept of this holy presence that they already are is being totally given to this magnetic field. And that's okay too. Our job is, as star beings, is to recognize that, honor that, and also surrender to that, and recognize, no thank you, that's your will, go ahead, I honor you, but I will not consent to that consciousness. That's all. So if any of us are still having triggers, the triggers are part of the field that has to get purified and clean, and it cannot take part in this rise of Gaia Tara, this new earth. There's no place for it. So you're exactly where you need to be. It's not an easy place, but it's the most wonderful place because it's exactly what has to take place. And even myself, the last 3 days, I've cried so much has come up. I had to get purified and purified. My template had to get even more purified so that I can stand in this magnetic field that is connected to this consciousness of the spirit realm, connected to soul, to the soul family, this spirit realm, the spirit realm of light and pure love, the ascended masters, the Elohims, the rays of light, and particularly rise it up to even to the galactic family, my Arcturian and Syrian and Lyran and Antarian, and of course some of the ones that I have brought consciousness through, such as Timoyan, which people don't know about, or even there's Avalians that people don't know about. So there are few of these that Aldarians were some of the other ones that I've been in contact with. So just learning how to bring their presence in and allowing their consciousness become available on the planet through these living keys and codes. So I wanted to just come on, share a little bit about this, and I know you star beings will fully resonate with this, and I just really ask you to please give yourself permission to not be a savior anymore. That savior consciousness is part of the religion that was programmed into the matrix. That's part of the old earth that is falling apart. We are not saviors of anything. We are volunteers of light to simply allow our holy vessels be the beaming stream of light. We are the living crystal light presence. That's it. So, and anyone that comes in contact with our frequency field will raise their vibration, and within that all the debris shows up in their field. Now their choice will be whether they want to magnetically start pulling into this new earth, into the ascended realm, or be continuing with the old template of earth. That's also their choice. It's perfect. And we have to also allow that. That's part of our journey. And whether, again, they're family members or whether they are friends. So there's this part that is now the choice we each must make. There's such a celebration in this, and there's a liberation that comes from this, because it's crisp, clear, and that's what 2020 represented. And so much more will then be built up on these two foundations. The foundations are completely set, and now the magnetic field is pulling in. And that's what you're seeing within the family splitting up, because it's the dimensional consciousness that is completely being revealed and showing itself. So I wanted to just come on and give a little reminder to my star being family of light, the inner true circle, because many of you I know are struggling. I have had so many messenger messages from many of you reaching out, and we're all having this conversation, and there is a celebration among them, because when we communicate together, we recognize, wow, we're exactly where we need to be. We are connecting into the crystalline fields of earth. The crystal beings are completely supporting us, and we are able to ground this energy as the emotional body is untangling from the debris, so the physical template can carry more and more of this crystalline diamond frequency. So I know you grasp that all, and I love you for it, and I thank you for your presence at this time. I thank you for your courage, your will, your determination, and I thank you so much for continuing to trust your own inner self and inviting your higher self to really be connected with you, because it is that alignment, and choosing not to give your sacred will at all to this other template. We are here after all to birth the new earth, and here we are. All is according to the divine plan. So keep carrying on, and I love you. Nobody said it was easy. None of us chose to volunteer to come on earth and have it be a picnic. No. We chose to carry God's work here, and here we are. And it's a celebration, and I love you for it. Thank you so much, my fellow star family. We got this. Talk to you later.